England and the World Cup has not been the fairy tale story of late, with the aspirations of a nation not being met despite having some of the best football players in their side in recent times, and England have not been able to emulate the achievement of Bobby Moore and his men in 1966 when they won the World Cup. David Beckham and the golden generation for some people was seen as the team that would do it, with players such as Lampard, Gerrard, Ferdinand and Rooney to mention a few. However, these superstars could not get the Lions past the quarterfinals in both 2002 and 2006. In 2002 in South Korea, Japan, they lost to Brazil and Ronaldinho's amazing free kick, and in Germany 4 years on they went on to lose to Portugal on penalties. So it really hasn't been the best of the best for the English teams. So what is the problem with England? The problem with the golden generation was potentially the players were not a unit when it came to the tough matches, as what was stated by Gerrard, that many of the players were the stars in their respective Premier League teams, so saw any of the other players in rival teams as the enemy. So when it came to play for England, they were in fact playing with the enemy, and that could have meant that the teamwork was not as high as it should have been, or as fluid as we've seen for other teams. Just to mention, Spain, when they triumphed in 2010, consisted mainly of Barcelona players in the lineup, as well as Germany's triumph in 2014, which consisted mainly of Bayern Munich players. So this has been a problem for the England team, as many of the players have been scattered around Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea, to mention a few. So how could this problem be solved? In any case, in the 2022 World Cup, there is something different in the air, that's for sure, in this team. The team is playing well, and Gareth Southgate really seems like he's been able to form a bond between these players, despite them being the stars of their teams. The players have already tasted success at the Euros last year, only being beaten in the final to Italy, which could in hindsight be a very good experience for the players, as they might not want to have that losing sensation in a major final once again. In their last World Cup appearance as an England team in 2018, they managed to make it to the semi-finals, which was the best result for England since 1990, and finished 4th as well. And the England team that lost to Croatia, there still is quite a strong stem there. Harry Kane, Jordan Henderson, Kyle Walker, John Stone, Harry Maguire, just to name a few, who all started against Senegal. So it is a very experienced side, to say the least, and with the added injection over the few years from Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham and even Saka, this has really turned England into the extra gear that they need in order to compete against the likes of France, Brazil and the Netherlands. So will this be England's lucky year? And can some of the players who won the Youth World Cup in 2017 replicate that here in Qatar? Only time will tell, but they certainly have a good chance, and if they can get by France, there's nothing really to limit them. If it isn't this World Cup, however, potentially it is the one in 2026, when the drought finally is ended, with a Jude Bellingham lifting the World Cup as a captain, but we can only really speculate about that. So England, the saga of the World Cup and winning it once again. Will the cup come home finally in 2022? Who knows, but they certainly are looking very good. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, as always, thank you for watching and have a nice day.